Well, for months now, public pressure has been building in communities across the area to slow down or even stop data center development.
Some cities like Waterville have already hit pause, while others like Dundee faced so much backlash that companies backed away altogether. Tonight in Maumee, City Council made its move, voting for a 12-month moratorium.
Steve Iwanek, he had a chance to speak to city leaders at tonight's meeting. So what pushed council to make this move now?
Yeah, Jeff Cayley, city leaders say it really comes down to time. Time to understand the impact data centers can have on infrastructure, utilities, and neighborhoods before any proposals even land on their desk. As data centers continue to be a big talking point across the area, in Maumee Monday night, it was the talk of the dais.
Right away, we need to get started on that.
Council President Scott Sun joined all but one council member on voting yes on a 12-month moratorium on data center development. Councilman Andrew Hughey abstained.
I think is probably the best thing. Myself, I don't know a whole lot. I'm starting to gather as much information as I can.
Sun says the pause gives the city time to study impacts, visiting other communities, forming public committees, and reviewing long-term infrastructure needs. All for something that Mayor Chelsea Ziss says isn't even being planned right now.
As far as I'm aware, there have been no formal proposals or anything like that.
So why do this now? Ziss says the city has been laying the groundwork for months, including changing zoning rules last December and moving quickly as concerns grow.
We have all committed to, as newer members of this legislative body, is to make sure we do our research and to ask questions. So when we realized that not just was there a lot of public discourse surrounding it, but there was also a lot of misunderstandings, we realized that we had to move fast.
Part of that concern centers around fallen timbers, where rumors swirled after a large housing project fell through last year. Ziss stresses it's still speculation.
I would say that's probably the most contentious area right now because it is the most populated area as compared to some of the more rural areas that have fewer neighbors.
So for now, city leaders say this is all about learning and not stalling.
Said we don't want to just slap it on for a year and hope it gets quiet and goes away. We want to do the research and make sure it's done right.
Now, council voted in the moratorium on emergency status, meaning it takes effect right away. Council President Sun also told me that he feels Maumee will not be a good home for a data center down the line because the city is landlocked.
Well, Steve, you mentioned that data centers have been a big talking point across the area. That was true once again in Oregon tonight, too.
Yeah, that's right. Oregon has been taking steps towards a possible data center for more than a year now. City Council last year approved zoning changes and land deals to allow a large development in the city's industrial park near Wynn and Corduroy Roads. Now, tonight at a committee of the whole meeting, Council reviewed a proposed amendment that would extend pipeline and emissions deadlines by 6 months and add a new contingency for electrical infrastructure. The change would also vacate 6 acres of city-owned land for an electrical switchyard, bringing the project to a total of 176 acres. However, not everyone at tonight's meeting thinks this is a good idea.
What's disturbing about this particular development is it's just more land. Now they're talking about easements for this road being disappeared. And we have all along had a lot of concern about construction traffic on Wynn and Corduroy. They're both residential streets, and obviously if they do a large construction project, it's going to have a big nuisance to the neighborhood.
Now, guys, this marks the third proposed amendment so far in this project, increasing its total cost to $18 million, and the change is expected to go before a city council vote in next week's meeting.
Steve Iwanek reporting in studio for us tonight. Steve, thank you.